Right before I turned 12, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was stage 4, so it had already progressed pretty far. She went through chemotherapy and it went really well, and she seemed to be doing fine. And then my freshman year in high school, when I was 14, she had a reoccurrence. They gave her 6 months to live, and my life fell apart. Like, I didn't know where to turn to for support. I didn't know how to handle the news. I was full of all kinds of different fear. My mom was my best friend. We were two peas in a pod. We went everywhere together. I struggled a lot going through high school, wondering if she was going to make it to my graduation. I struggled thinking about life after she died. I never was one of those girls that thought about a wedding or having my own family because I couldn't ever see past her death. I lived my entire adolescence in fear of this one day, and I never thought of how I would survive afterwards without her. I didn't think I'd be able to, honestly. I just started living the way that the world told me it was how you did things. I comforted myself. I forgot things. I drowned my fear in alcohol. I started using drugs in order to escape whatever reality I was hiding from. I got into a bunch of negative relationships, friendships, relationships with guys, just doing a lot of things that I'm really ashamed of now that got me nowhere and did nothing for me, really. I thought that if there was a great God that loved us and that was perfect, that a young girl would not be watching her mom suffer the way I was. And so I was pretty hostile against God. I didn't want to believe anything he had to say. I thought that I knew what was going on and I could handle it. And I think a lot of what God has really done in my life happened after she died. God really proved himself to be everything that he tells us he is. He stands with us through the thick and the thin. I went back to the lifestyle of trying to comfort myself and buying into what the world told me. After she died, I didn't know how to handle things. I had been having a relationship with God for a year or two, but I didn't fully trust him. I didn't know how to trust him after my mom had gone, and I didn't know how to trust what he had told me when I had experienced so much pain as long as I had known him. And so after she had died, he just kind of walked alongside me and let me fall, and even though I kept trying to seek pleasure and escape in these other things that would wear off within an hour or so, God was always there waiting for me to come whenever I tried him out again. Now I know that Jesus died on the cross for me so that my mom and I have the chance of spending eternity together, not just a few hundred years had we both lived long and healthy lives. And that is enough hope to get me through each and every day, no matter how hard it gets. So if any of you out there are going through struggles, for every single person in this room basically, I just want to encourage you to hold on. Just keep holding on. God comes through with his promises. He always delivers when he says he's going to. And no matter how hard it gets, no matter how hopeless you think it is, just keep on seeking him. If you feel like you don't have enough faith, ask him to fill you with the faith that you need in order to trust him and trust his timing. Because from my own experience, I can tell you that he loves you enough, and he'll honor that.